Hey, it's FYF Sports, man. We back, man. We got another great video for you, man. We definitely just had to cover this topic in a little bit more in depth. A lot of you guys have been asking about it, and I just been seeing a lot of questions in general on the internet, just with regards to this particular topic. We have 16 teams going to Orlando playing in this bubble. Some of the lower tier teams, do they belong? Can they make a run? Can they give some of these top seeds a run for their money? That's one of the main questions we're going to try to answer today. But before we get into all of that, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so when we do post these videos, 2 to 3 videos a day, you get notified and you can check us out. So we want to make sure that you're notified. You got to hit that notification bell. And again, all social media formats, man. Make sure you go follow us, man. We post a lot of content on our social media platforms. And then you can reach out to us directly on there. So if you got any questions or concerns, you want anything, you want us to mention anything on the show, let us know there and we're going to get you on the show. But before we get started with this actual topic, we're going to send it over to Steph, man. Steph, let us know what you got with regards to the sponsors, man. We're going to break that down and we're going to get into the show.
Man, I'm over here sweating, bro.
What's
That's
going
because,
on?
man, I don't want to give you the bad news, man. We still ain't got no sponsors, bro.
Still no sponsors.
Man, still no sponsors, man.
How many? We might be like 10. How many actual podcast episodes do we have? We maybe have like 10 to 12 podcast episodes out. Yeah, we still ain't got no sponsors, man. Hey, if you're a sponsor, you see this wall right here, man. This whole wall could be a sponsorship for you. Look above you. Look above you on the FYF debates overlay screen, man. We could have your sponsorship right there, going out to thousands of subscribers, man, to put your product out there. If you're a rapper, if you own a business, this is where you want your stuff to be, man. This is FYF Sports. We a growing channel. We going faster than we ever thought. So again,
in between them two trophies right there.
Just make sure you don't wait till we get to 1 million subscribers before you ask, because once we get to 1 million subscribers, now we're gonna have to tax you to become a sponsor. So if you want to get the sponsorship for the cheap right now, you can be a long-term sponsor for the low. Go ahead, hit us up, man. Send us an email. We're gonna get you on this wall, or we're gonna get you right above us, man. Long-term sponsorships, man. If you're a SoundCloud rapper, let us know. We can play your music during the video. We can do an album review, or we could just get you up here on the show, man. So y'all gotta stop playing around. We need them sponsors, man. We need the support, though.
Hey, talk to him,
man. Ain't it true though? It's true stuff. Look, hey, we gotta look at Steph, man. Steph got a whole wall behind him right there.
I'm naked back here, bro.
He got a whole wall.
My Kobe stuff coming, but
hey, y'all, that's sponsors right there. That's visibility. You could promote everything you need to promo right there without even saying the word. And again, we getting the views. We got a growing channel, and we gonna get to 1 million subscribers.
Yeah,
so again, don't come knocking on our door when we have 1 million subscribers, man, because we are going to tax you. So I'm just letting you know now. So, I mean, hey, it's a fair warning. So we warned them all right now. So when we start charging people $50,000 to get put on this wall, right? They've been warned, right? The $50K once we hit 1 million subscribers. It might be more than that, so I'm not even gonna lock in $50K.
I'm still taking food stamps, bro. Like I still gotta eat, bro.
Oh man, no.
I'm taking those too.
No.
Me personally.
If we have 1 million subscribers, man, we ain't got taking nothing less when we need $50K, and that's just for one episode. You want multiple episodes, so again, for the low right now, hit us up. We make it happen.
Like, comment, subscribe, man. We definitely gonna make it happen.
All right, man. Hey, so again, in the NBA, man, we got some interesting stuff to talk about today, and it's in regards to some of these lower tier bubble teams. And again, Steph, if you're not familiar with all of the teams at the bottom tier, I'm just gonna talk about the 4 lower teams. I'm gonna talk about the 8 lowest seeded teams in this tournament. We got Brooklyn Nets. We got Orlando Magic. We got the Washington Wizards.
Shouldn't be there.
We got Phoenix Suns.
Shouldn't be there.
The Spurs. Nobody's talking about the Spurs. We got the Sacramento Kings and New Orleans Pelicans, Portland Trail Blazers, and the Memphis Grizzlies. What you think about those teams right there, man?
Man, like I said, Wizards, I don't even know what they doing, bro. I have no idea what they're doing there. I think they just coming to play. It's a game. Okay, let me just go out there and play. I think that's what they're there for. I know for sure they're not making anything. And that's with all due respect. Um, the only team that I can see that could make some type of run, of course, the Blazers, Grizzlies. Um,
I mean, well, one team. What team are you focused in on? Out of all these lower seed teams, what's the one team that you like and why?
I'm gonna go with the Pelicans, of course. Young legs. I'm not, young legs. You got two defensive beasts over there, Lonzo Ball and Drew Holiday. They got a nice little bench. They got some shooters. They're young. They can get up and down the court. Young legs is undefeated. You know what I'm saying? They're just gonna go out there and play. So with other players and other teams being out for so long, you got a lot of older players. I think they might be the team that can sneak up and give somebody a run for their money, bro.
I'm gonna talk about a team that nobody's talking about, man.
What's that?
Nobody's talking about them, and I just don't think they get enough credit. But they dealt with a lot of injuries this year, and I think this 4 months off has given them secretly an advantage that nobody's talking about. That's San Antonio Spurs. So we got an experienced guard in DeMar DeRozan. We have an up-and-coming point guard in DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
You got experienced power forward in LaMarcus Aldridge.
He's not going to be playing.
You just signed. Yeah, he's not going to be playing. But you just signed Tyler Zeller. But then they got a lot of other guys on that bench. Or just throughout their start lineup who can step in and put up numbers. I just think with Greg Popovich, I don't know how many seasons he has left, but the one thing I don't want to see on the other bench is Greg Popovich coaching the team against me in the playoffs.
That's a fact.
And one thing they're known to do is they're known to play defense, and we know most teams going into this are going to struggle offensively. Everyone's probably going to be out of rhythm. So the team that comes right out the gate with the best defense is probably going to win some of these early games early on. I can see San Antonio sneaking their way in, possibly. I could see Greg Popovich out coaching a New Orleans Pelican team. If it was like a playing game to get in.
For sure, yeah. For sure, yeah.
Is that something that will probably happen?
It's a possibility. I actually didn't think about that, but yeah.
I think just coaching is gonna be emphasized a lot more because players are gonna be so rusty.
Yeah, like some of those teams are really neck and neck as well. So, it all comes down to who wants it, man. At the end of the day, I mean, whether you're young, old, it doesn't matter at this point in your careers, man. Like you have to just go and get it. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all it's up to, man. Who wants it, bro?
Yeah. What do you think about? What do you think about the Phoenix Suns, man?
I actually like the season Phoenix Suns put together. I mean, due to injuries, it hurt them. DeAndre Ayton being out for a while, Kelly Oubre getting injured. It actually put a damp on their season, man. Everything fell on Devin Booker's back. So, I mean, obviously, he's young. He can't do it by himself. They need more veteran leadership on that team, and I think they'll be all right. They definitely show improvement this season, and I just hope that we get some pieces around Devin Booker, man. I would want to go to a game knowing that, okay, we can win this game instead of being like, okay, well, I'm here to see the other team.
Do you think they can compete in this tournament? Like, do you see them matching up well against some of these teams? Let's say they make it in to the playoffs.
If they get their complete roster and everybody's healthy, I think they might be able to shock some people.
Let's say if they match up against a Clippers or a Laker team in the first round. No.
No. Hell no. I don't see that at all, bro.
I don't know, man.
It'd be fun, but hell no.
I don't know.
What you think?
I don't know. I mean, that's the main thing. Like when I look at the talent on a roster from top to bottom, with Rubio at the point guard, Cam Johnson, players like that. We obviously know what Devin Booker brings.
Yeah, Kelly Oubre.
We got the big man. We obviously got Kelly Oubre. I mean, they got the talent to win a series. That's the thing. If you look at they got the coach in Monty Williams. One, he's an excellent coach. You have the talent. Their starting lineup is crazy. I mean, if you look at their starting lineup, Kelly Oubre, Devin Booker, Ricky Rubio, power forward. I think that kind of switched up a lot this year. So I can't remember exactly who they would play at power forward.
So they got DeAndre.
They got DeAndre Ayton at center,
Ayton, and then they have what's his name? He used to play for the 76ers.
It was the
6'10" power forward.
Yeah, the Baines. They got Aaron Baines.
No, not Baines. The other guy, he used to play for the 76ers. He's a power forward for them.
Can't remember. But they got pieces.
Nice.
Like if you look at the pieces, like with Kelly Oubre, the way he plays, Devin Booker, the way he can shoot, Rubio, the way he can control the floor, DeAndre Ayton, the way he can dominate inside. You would think, just looking at those players, why haven't they put this together? We saw them put it together early on last season. I would say for the first couple of weeks, they looked like a playoff team, and then they kind of fell off, like what you said, with injuries. So, can they get back to playing basketball like that? When we saw them beat the Clippers early on, they surprised everybody. Yeah. And that's when they were clicking. Everybody was healthy. So can they get back to that form? If they can get back to that form right there, I think that they will be a tough out if they can get in there. And again, unlike other years, I always said today, it's gonna come down to coaching. And Monty Williams is a great coach.
Yes, he is.
And so that's going to be the difference. If they can make it in, Monty Williams will be the difference. And a lot of people.
Let's get back to Phoenix Sun basketball. That's what they need to focus on. Let's get back to those glory years. You know what I'm saying? Let's relive some of those days. Let's get that back today, for sure.
Yeah, that's the truth right there. So, again, we got teams like Portland. I mean, obviously Portland is my team. Issues with Portland without Trevor Ariza. I don't know if I think they lose a lot of defense there. Trevor, they lost a lot this offseason with losing Amino and Mo Harkless. So those were the two primary defenders that bailed Lillard and CJ out of a lot of bad situations. And now you lost those two long, lengthy wing defenders that kind of bail your guards out. And then now Trevor Ariza's not playing. And now what do you have to help them out? You got the rookie out of North Carolina, but he hasn't really broken out of his shell and done anything this year. So again, I don't see Portland. Like I said, that's my team. I just don't see them beating or winning a playoff series against a good team.
It's just something. It's just not clicking with them, and it's crazy. I don't know what it is, but if they come out like we know they can, it's gonna be nasty for a lot of teams.
Hey, it's like LeVar Ball said.
These young teams.
LeVar Ball said it about Portland. That they've put almost $350 million in salary in Dame and CJ. You're limited with what you can do with everybody else. Your starting center went down, so now you're relying on Hassan Whiteside, who this year he's been okay, but he's extremely lazy on defense in spurts, and he's got him burned a lot.
At times,
At times, and but see, when his lapses on defense are big lapses. So see, a lot of people look at his numbers with regards to his blocks, and they say Hassan Whiteside's a great defender, but if you actually watch the games, there are a lot of times where you can catch him going under post screens. Allowing players like Marc Gasol or guys who can hit the mid-range hook shot to score over him. I mean, he makes a lot of bad decisions on defense.
Yeah.
He makes some good plays every now and then, but he also makes a lot of bad decisions on defense that hurts them. So I think for Portland, there's not enough defense there for them to win. How did you feel?
He just needs to get back to that Heat season where before the money. He needs that.
Yeah, that too. But you got to think with Hassan Whiteside, it's the Heat have a good thing going on down there.
Yeah.
And so when the Heat let you go, and he was supposedly a great player in that Heat system, and they decided to stick with Bam Adebayo, that just tells me something about you. The same way with Justice Winslow. They let Justice Winslow go. but he's not a bad talent. He's a good talent, but they let him go.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Dion Waiters. Now, if you look at all these players, Dion Waiters, you have Hassan Whiteside, you have Justice Winslow. What do they all have in common? They're all talented NBA players. You cannot say they're not talented, but the other thing is, do they have head case issues? Are they off the court issues? Hassan Whiteside has been known to be kind of rebellious towards coaches. I haven't heard anything about Justin Winslow, but we've also heard about the bad decisions that Dion Waiters has made. Eating edibles and things of that nature, doing some crazy stuff. So, again, I think with those players, it's a lot of things that happen off the court that affect them on the court. Are they 100% focused on basketball? I don't know if Hassan Whiteside's 100% locked in on basketball. There may be some other things going on that he's invested in right now.
That's a fact. Yeah.
We're gonna touch on another team that nobody's really talking about, and I want to see what you have to say about it, is the Orlando Magic. What do you think about them?
Oh man, I don't see much of anything there, man. Like I don't see it. I don't see them, bro. Like I know, what are they, like 7 or 8 seed in the East right now, before the NBA stopped. But I just, they don't have it. They had that one surprise win last year playoffs, but other than that, they need more pieces, man.
I don't know.
I don't see them doing anything.
I like them.
Sweet.
I'm telling you, the Orlando is a team, again, in this weird setting right here. He's one of those teams where I just wouldn't want to play them. And if you look at their roster, Markelle Fultz has had his best NBA season with him this year so far. So he got into the starting lineup, and he was actually putting up good numbers. He found his niche. He knows his role, and he's actually excelling. You got Aaron Gordon. Before the season ended, Aaron Gordon was playing some of his best basketball. Double-doublers night in and night out, playing his best basketball. Evan Fournier is just consistent. He's their best shooter. Not just their best shooter, but he's going to consistently give you the 17, 18 points a game. He's going to bring good defense. And then here's the X factor. If he's healthy, if he can come back and play in Orlando, they are going to be lethal, and that's Jonathan Isaac. If Jonathan Isaac can come back and play the way he was playing at the beginning of the year, he's one of those players where he could develop. He's a Pascal Siakam type. Once he figures the NBA out, he's going to start destroying people.
I can see that. And Terrence Ross, don't forget about him.
Yeah, and Terrence Ross, he's one of those veterans that you have on the bench. But see, we still haven't even talked about their best player, and that's Vucevic. Yeah. So we know he's a walking 20 and 10. He don't have to try hard. He's gonna get 20 and 10, and if you let him go crazy, he can mess around, go 30 and 20 on you. So they got pieces.
They can stretch the floor too. They do, but I just don't see it, man. They have to show me. They have the same bench. They have the same team.
But you got to think this year they dealt with some injuries too.
That's a fact.
They dealt with when Jonathan Isaac went down, that messed them up.
Gordon went down.
Gordon was out for a little bit.
Vucevic.
I don't know if he was out, but again,
he sat out. If he wasn't injured, he sat out a couple games.
So
sure.
What I'm saying is, similar to some of these other teams, they are extremely deep and they play defense.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of skill across the board at all positions.
Oh, they picked up Aminu too, right? I think
they got Aminu too. But I think Aminu had an injury that put him out for the year. So if Aminu could potentially be back healthy, if he's back healthy, that's a good pickup. They still got Michael Carter.
Yeah.
I mean, Mo Bamba. Nobody talks about Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba was playing some good basketball at the end of the year.
I mean, he was tripping, bro.
What did he do?
He had some spurts, but I mean,
you got to think he's one of those.
Only time would tell too. So
yeah, he's one of those late bloomers to basketball. He didn't start playing basketball till late. When I think he was like 14 or 15 or something like that. So he's still new to basketball. But and again, we're not talking about teams that are going to win it all. I'm just saying teams that I wouldn't really want to see in that first or second round. Orlando's one of those teams just because of how deep they are. And I don't think they can win it all, but I definitely think they can give some people some headaches.
Scares.
Yeah, they can give some scares. Like a Buck team, we don't know what the Bucks are going to look like coming off this break. One thing we do know is we've seen the Bucks struggle in spurts offensively.
Yeah,
and if you're playing one of this Orlando Magic team, and we already know that they play defense, you're struggling to score, and some of these young guys, Aaron Gordon, Markelle Fultz, and Fournier, and these guys start going crazy. What can you do? You don't got a crowd. You don't have a home court crowd to boost you up. You don't have the home court advantage. Essentially Orlando has home court advantage because they don't have to go nowhere. They playing at home. So
hey, I like that. Hey, I'm like kind of surprised I'm saying this, but Toronto Raptors.
You like the
They're
Raptors?
going to be a surprise team.
I don't know if they're a surprise team.
I like their team, but I'm just saying. No one thought that they were going to even do this good without Kawhi. I wasn't hearing it if anybody else thought that, but yeah, I like that team, man.
Yeah,
Toronto. I love that team.
Yeah, Toronto was second place in the East.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I don't think they were a sleeper. I think again, you look at that roster.
I don't think too much sleep, but surprise, I would say.
Mm-hmm. No, they're a solid team. Again, I wouldn't.
Yeah, they're definitely solid.
I wouldn't want to play them again, but now they have their problem is their primary go-to scorer is extremely streaky himself. Mm-hmm. So if you're relying on Pascal Siakam to carry you through the playoffs, I got to see him do it for a whole playoff series. A whole playoff run. They had Kawhi Leonard to bail them out a lot. They don't get to the finals without Kawhi Leonard last year. So now they got a lot to prove. They got a lot of humps to get over. I think I like the Celtics more than I like the Raptors just because they've been there.
For sure. I love the Celtics.
So and I think they're younger and they're a little bit hungrier. So
Tatum, he's playing like he's been in the league for years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's playing Jaylen Brown. That's gonna be scary.
Yeah, these are.
But they all been out for a while, so it'll be interesting to see how everyone's gonna play. We want to see who wants and who's ready.
That's the big key right there. So there's a lot of sleepers. I feel like the most dangerous teams are obviously in the West.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at Houston, when you look at the Clippers, you got the Lakers, obviously. I don't know if the Denver Nuggets, unless they can get Jokic back healthy, I don't know how they're going to look. I don't trust the Utah Jazz. But you got some serious contenders in that West. The West is going to be a gauntlet again. But don't sleep on the East as well. The Bucks are obviously the favorites. The Bucks, to me, should be the favorites to win it all.
The Bucks still have to prove themselves too, bro.
Yeah.
They still going to be the favorites regardless. But, Giannis, he going to have to show me.
That's true.
He got something to prove. Because that was his championship to win with the with
Golden State
Warriors getting injured and whatnot. Yeah, that was your ship right there, man.
Yep. And that was a free chip.
That was a free chip.
I love Kawhi, but like I tell people all the time, if KD plays, Kawhi don't stand a chance.
They don't stand a chance.
There was a guy in the chat at Ticket TV. He was saying that Toronto would have won even if Golden State was completely healthy. With Clay, with KD, with Kevin Looney, with Iguodala healthy. He's saying all of those guys healthy, Toronto still wins.
Man, he is smoking. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Man.
Come on, bro.
And
do you really think just his presence alone before he tore his Achilles? Did anybody see what was happening? His presence alone.
Hey, people.
What did he score? 8 straight by himself?
Hey, people just like to.
Boy,
they make some. That's where the disrespect for KD comes into play, man. But people don't understand that man is unguardable.
Not literally. One sports analyst thinks that.
No. Nobody really thinks that. But he was trying to make. Again, when you have people who absolutely do not like the Golden State Warriors,
that's a fact.
They will say anything to justify that championship. And I'm not taking it away from because Kawhi Leonard did what he was supposed to do.
Exactly.
They beat a team they were supposed to beat. And then you can. That's what you can hold over LeBron James when they played the Dallas. They did not beat a team they were supposed to beat. They were supposed to be.
True.
So Kawhi Leonard would be in that LeBron James category if he would have allowed them to fail. Also,
right,
they
that would
did
have
their
changed
job.
the narrative.
Yeah.
Exactly, you're right. Because if he didn't beat that team, that whole narrative would have changed.
Yeah.
So yes, that's true. That's what's up.
So yeah, you know, that's hey, we're going to get off this topic for today because again, we don't want to keep rambling on and on about it because we could talk about this all day. There's so many.
Man, I'm telling you, I love episodes like this though.
Yeah, it's just so many questions that you can just ask about each one of these teams, and you can always relook at the roster and be like, dang, I forgot about him. He might make a difference. So, and there's still teams signing players, so we don't even know what these rosters will look like until July 1st. So,
yeah.
Hey, make sure y'all definitely like, comment, subscribe. What do y'all think is gonna happen with this playoffs? I mean, put the team you think is gonna win in this comment. Put it in the comment. And if you can predict the team that's gonna win it all, we can put all of those names into a ballot or we're gonna put them into a hat. There will be a drawing for a prize. So put the team that you think is gonna win. Put them in the comments, man. So we gonna give away. What we gonna give away? Gift card?
I don't know, man. How about we come up with some ideas, man?
Just keep it simple. Just keep it $50 gift card, man.
Yeah.
$50 gift card. If you can predict the winner of this series, you got to comment on this video before the first game is played. Comment on the video. Put the team that you think is gonna win in there. All right. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. And everybody who picked the winning team, it goes into a drawing for a $50 gift card.
Yep.
So again, if people are slacking on putting their comments down there, make sure you put your comment down there. Right?
Make sure you show us
have the
proof that you liked and subscribed, and we're gonna be good money from there.
Most definitely. Hey, well, other than that, Mr. Steph, you got anything on the way out?
Man, love, support as always. We're still growing. We're gonna still grind. And thanks again, man. Another great episode.
Yes, sir. FYF Sports, man. And we out.